Hello and welcome back to Yorkshire Railway and welcome back to another model railway update. Today we're going to be doing more on the build, so I'm going to be showing you bits and bobs that I've been doing as well as what we're going to be getting up to today. So if you've not noticed behind the lovely tornado, if I take you out a little bit, we have updated the back wall cladding. Don't mind the corners, it's just because there's no support behind them, but I'm going to feed something in a bit and screw those together. But as you can see, I've cut out the sections at the top so they go right to the beam at the top so I can screw them in properly, and I've installed the bottom bit so that's all flush with the layout now. So that's going to look great once it's painted. I've also been down to Rails of Sheffield and picked up a couple of points. That's all they had in the actual physical shop. So I'm gonna have to order the diamond crossings to sort it out. But anyway, I've installed them. So we have this one here that's leading to the big outer loop, as well as this one here. Now, obviously, you'll notice that this and this doesn't line up. I have a little bit of room to play with, but basically it just needs taking back a little bit to line up with that one. So I'll have to figure that out. If not, might just have to shorten the actual section down a little bit this side, but we'll figure it out. If not, I might just swap it for this one and we'll figure a different way how to get this onto that. So yeah, I know originally we said we might have one going up here so it can go across here, but yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be the plan anymore, just because I don't really see the point in putting a large train on the second radius on here, because they have got two large stations as it is already. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that anymore, just because I think it is encroaching too much on this area here, and I'd rather have enough space over here for a nice tunnel portal. So yeah, might have a tunnel portal coming out here. Inside there is going to branch off and go to the depot area, which is currently just a loco store, and that will come out, so we'll have like sort of a hillside essentially here. So that'd be quite nice. And on that side, I don't know whether to make it a road bridge or another tunnel portal. Undecided for that. It could be nice as like a road bridge on that side, and it's sort of the road curved down and join the sort of more urban area here, and that sort of go up into the hills. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think I should just do two tunnel portals, or tunnel portal and a road bridge with a road sort of snaking down onto the layout? Let me know your thoughts on that. But yes, other than that, yeah, it was a bit of a wasted trip yesterday, I think, to Rails. I probably could have saved the fuel and just ordered these online, but I thought, hey ho, I'll go down and have a look. But yeah, I'll have to get the rest ordered. But I've also, in this box here, I got some polystyrene. This is from my work, so it's going to act great for building up hillsides and etc. as we go up into the layout. And then today's plan, I'm actually going to take down the layout and I'm going to paint it today. So I could do the cladding at a later date, and I can pre-paint that before it goes up. It was just because I'd already got the back wall up, I decided to screw that on. But I could do the rest of it at a later date and just screw it on. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, I sort of want to get all this painted, just because I want to get the track pinned down and start modelling really. So yeah, I'm going to take it all down today, and I'm going to get the old paintbrush out, and you should see it in its current form later on. But yeah, I'll take down the track, and you know, you can get a little bit of a the scale of what I'm up to, and then we'll get to painting. Exciting times. And what I'm going to do, just for my own sanity, I'm just going to film the station area, just so when it comes time to putting it back together, I know where everything needs to be. It's not too complicated on this side. It's this side that's it's complicated bit. Not that it's really complicated anyway. It's just making sure that it all goes back in the same fashion. There we go, because the rest of it's fairly straightforward. It's literally just a double track main line. It goes all the way around there. So yeah, it's going to be great once it's all pinned down. And then yeah, I've got to get the locos off of there and paint that. But I think what I'll do is I might do it in stages. Might paint this side, let it dry, and then I can move everything over there, and then I can paint this side here, just to avoid packing it all away and getting paint on it. I mean, I've got a storage box that I've got for rolling stock that doesn't have boxes, so I could put everything in there for now. We'll see. But yeah, it's coming together, you know, really nice now that the lights are all up. Yeah, it's really great now. I've got all the lights actually up there. So yeah, it's all coming together. So let's get the layout up and we'll start painting. And there we go. The layout is up and we are ready for painting. You know, as you can see, we've got quite a big space. I don't know if it comes off that way on camera. But you know, if you're new to the series and you haven't caught up yet, this layout is 8 foot by 12 foot in a sort of L shape. So it's 4 foot wide, 8 foot down here, and then 4 foot down there, 4 foot that way. So yeah, so they're 8x4 boards. We've got 2 of those, 1, 2, a little bit of a corner piece just to branch the lines together as it's coming around, because it's a bit of a tight gap to go from here around there in a third radius, so it's a much more smoother gap to do it that way. And then where I've got everything stored over here, as you can see, I've got the rolling stock put away, but not the locos. I've got some dust sheets to go on top of this, so you know, but I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm going to paint that side and then move all that over there, just doing two days. You know, I could probably do a bit of this, it'll speed it up, but I'll not come very close to this. I'll probably come about halfway about here. That way I could do all that, leave this bit, move all that over there, and then there's no risk of it. But yes, this area is undecided what it's going to be. It's either going to be a diesel depot or a steam engine shed, undecided, leaning more towards diesel depot though, just because I'm thinking, oh, it'd be nice to have, like, you know, a lot of maintenance buildings, a lot of the modern scratch build buildings that are on the market today. Especially, I really like the look of the, is it the Pico or, I forget the manufacturer, but they do like the inspection pit. So if you know what I'm on about, drop that in the comments down below so I can remember. That would be really helpful. But yeah, I'm thinking the inspection pits would be quite cool to have on. Or should we do like a mixture of both? Like, you know, have like a heritage line area for their engine maintenance, and then the diesel depot area for the everyday railway. You know, it's an open discussion, but I'm still totally undecided, really. I'd like to know your opinions on what I should do, but yeah, that's just going to come off of a point work. I was going to do it like a point onto here and a point onto here, but I don't think there's going to be enough room to do that side. So yeah, they'll just have to come onto the onto the railway and off the railway on the same point work. But that doesn't really matter. It's just like a little nice storage area to store some trains up on the layout, other than just storing them below which will be the later plan, is to have a nice large fiddle yard under here, and then a helix come out of that back corner over there. So that'll spiral up, come out of there and join the railway up that way. So that'd be quite nice. Means that I can keep a lot of trains, such as the Azumas. They're quite fiddly when the coaches are all in one piece. So rather than having to take them apart, I can just keep them down there, and then they can go up the helix and onto the railway and do a lap. And also, it's quite nice in the sense that you know, I could send trains onto the railway. They can run round. There's going to be a bit of a tunnel area where the helix is, just to cover up the giant hole. So probably from that beam there, and probably come out where those screws are there. So it's not going to be a big area, but basically trains will go in, but you might find that that same train won't come out. You know, it'll go down to the helix, and then a different train will emerge out from the helix this way. So yeah, it's quite nice in that sense that it's not a continuous loop, and we're just going to see trains running around endlessly. So yeah, but yes, now it's time to go and get my overalls on. So I'm just going to go and get changed, and I'm going to get some painting done, and probably stick the radio on and maybe make a cuppa at the same time. So when you join me, this will be grey, just like that. So I'll see you in a bit, guys. Okay, so it's about a week later, and I'll just zoom out so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, the paint is finally dried. I know the back wall is a little bit streaky. For some reason, the paint just would not take on the wood for some reason. I'm not really sure why, because it is wood paint that I've used, but yeah, got really good covering on the baseboards, especially to a level that I'm happy with anyway, because at the end of the day it's going to get painted on again. This is just basically just to protect it from a bit of moisture, with it being out in the shed. So yeah, quite happy with how things have turned out. Got all the lighting now sorted. So yeah, everything's starting to look great. So I think what I need to do now, other than I'm going to do a bit of research on some better paint, unless anybody has a bit of a suggestion. But I might just use some regular, I know Hammerite's quite a good paint, so I might see if I can get some of that. But if anyone has another suggestion, that would be brilliant. But yeah, I think what I need to do now is get the track back up and see where we're going. I have got to go down to Rails of Sheffield again. I've got an order to pick up. So I've ordered a right-handed point, curve point, so that will mean that we can start work on the what am I trying to say? I'm setting dogs off barking now. I should just say it's quite late at night. I've just come to check on everything in here. Whereas the good lady is in bed and the dogs are in bed, and I am not really that tired, so I thought I'd come outside and do a bit of shed work for what I can do. But yes, I bought a right-handed curve, and that will then allow me to start work on whatever this section is going to be. Still wanting suggestions for that. So if you have any ideas what you think would be going great here, I don't know whether to make it either a diesel depot sort of area or a steam sort of engine shed with like a nice turntable and then the engine shed, and you know, just a nice work area. Yeah, really unsure on that one. Or whether to have like, you know, an actual like scene, so where we make like a factory or a mine. That way sort of could incorporate a little bit of both, you know. For the mine, for instance, it'd be great for small steam engines, as well as diesels, shunting diesels, and larger engines, whether it be steam or diesel, to come in and take the freight away. Yeah, that could be an interesting idea. Certainly, let me know what you think. But yes, I'm going to get the track back on now, so that I can get a little bit more headway. I'm not going to bother putting the inner line back in its full entirety. I'm just going to put in the pieces that I have that aren't of the old style track. So anything that's new style track, that will go back on. Anything that is old style won't be going back on, so that way I can make a little bit of a note of what I need to get next, and that way hopefully we can get the top level of the track up, and then hopefully we can start some modelling. Undecided whether to start with that section or start with the station. Yeah, not really decided on that one. Again, let me know in the comments down below which do you think I should start work on. I'm leaning more towards setting this, but that means I would have to get extra track, which I don't have at the moment, whereas obviously I do have the station. So it's whether I buy Scenics or buy more track. Yeah, very undecided. These have been covered up, but I've uncovered them for now just so I can get everything ready. So yeah, it's all looking good, and hopefully we'll have a nice track to run again soon, because it's I don't know why, it's only been a week and I've been at work, but God, it's been agony not being able to come out here and mess around with trains for a bit. So yeah, very much looking forward to getting them back on the track. So yeah, I'll get that done now and we'll get some trains running. Okay, so it's getting a bit late now, but I think I've cracked the original layout. Obviously I haven't got all the pieces 100% down, but I've got the point work in. So as you can see, it sort of does marry up how it originally was. Obviously that needs to change that, but I'm thinking maybe a left-hand point work coming there might be a better solution than this, because that way I wouldn't have to move that back and risk hitting that. So also we will have a right hand point coming out here, but maybe a left hand to swoop into there might be a better solution. So I might have to pick one of those up when I go and get my order on Saturday. So yeah, it is marrying up a little bit. I've thought maybe this to this point for the second radius sort of expressway. That might be better being flexi track, because it was sort of bent out and didn't really follow this nice curve here. So I'm thinking I'm also going to pick up one of those track sort of places, just so I can make sure everything's straight and in place. And it's the same as like these bits aren't really marrying up how they were before, but it's because I've sort of straightened the track and I've realised it was a little bit wonky before, although it fit. Not going to be good running full term. So yeah, a few bits to sort out, same as like here, where it's just not marrying up. Obviously I cut this piece before. I have that piece somewhere, but I don't know where I put it, so I've got to go and find that as well. If not, I'll just cut some more. But yeah, I'm thinking of taking that out and then swapping it for that, and that way the point will sort of curve that way and be a better match to sort of just come off and go straight in. Yeah, I'll take a look and see what's better. If not, might be worth moving all this just this way a little bit. I'll probably extend it out from here, and just basically everything will just shift just a little bit this way. Maybe shorten down one of these sections here, well, I'll probably be over here and all the way across, just to make sure that it doesn't bump over there, but progress is being made. Anyway, the next time you'll see me, it will be Saturday, and we'll be taking a trip down to Rails of Sheffield to go and pick up my order, as well as probably get another couple of bits and bobs to complete the layout. So exciting times. I'll catch you in a couple of days. It's currently Thursday, so we'll jump to Saturday. Okay, so I've just got back from Rails of Sheffield, and there is something in there that'll be going for a future review, but I'll not let you see that. My line there close to Dr. Pepper. I'll just pop that away. There we go. You might have caught a sneak peek through the bag, but that's for a future review. Couldn't help myself. So anyway, shimmies out the bag. One-handed. Bear with me, I don't think I can do it. Right, so first up we have not one, but two curved points by Pico. These were recommended to me through some guys on a Facebook forum, so that's really helpful. They said that these will probably help me a lot better out than the Hornby ones would. So yeah, great to try my first bit of Pico track. I've got another diamond crossing, Hornby standard straight, and I've also got some large tension lock couplings. This is to sort out the issue with the HST. Don't mind this little fellow, he's just trying to get to my firewood, making all that noise. Oi! What are you doing? You've got like 3 pieces out already. Naughty boy. So yeah, so the large tension lock couplings are there just to sort the issue out with the Hornby ScotRail HST that I've been having, where the dummy car seems to disconnect, but I found out with the larger tension locks it doesn't seem to happen. I think it's just because the track is a little bit narrow, I don't know, but they seem, I've done numerous tests and it's working fine with the larger ones, so I've got those now. And interestingly enough, from Rails of Sheffield, they've included these in my order. It's not on my invoice, so I can only assume that it's just a free gift with purchase, but great nonetheless. Nice little train crew to add, pre-painted by Bachmann. So yeah, we've got like drivers and maybe some car stokers. Yeah, not entirely sure, but yeah, really nice to have a train crew. They'll look great in either some steam or early diesel locomotives. So yeah, thank you very much, Rails of Sheffield. Great service as always, so I highly recommend you check them out. And I think it's time I'll get these out and I'll get them laid onto the track and see if we can get some of these issues sorted out that I've been having. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Not sure if I said, but I also picked up some extra Pico flexi tracks as well from Rails of Sheffield, just to help with finishing off the station area as well as the second radius loop. Okay, so the track is laid as best as I can for now. It is working. So, well, I say working, we've got power on it. I'm going to give, I've already sent the 040 Smoky Joe round just to give it a quick test. And it is all working, all power, no derailments. So I've decided to basically do the test review, which is the LNR Azuma class 800. And that's because basically this is the most, what's the word to say now? Basically it's got the biggest bend on when it goes around corners, so it's liable to derail or hit the power cords or anything like that. So that's the main reason why I'm giving this a test, because especially for this line anyway, because this is what this line is made for. So I'll just show you what I've fixed up. So as you can see, we've got the outer loop station complete. This one is also going to be the powered one. As you can see, the power just comes up through this crack that I will end up sealing, but for now works out all right. So I'll plug that in. It's just come disconnected because it fell off. So yeah, it's going to come down onto the points here. So as you see, we've got that S bend just to make sure that that is definitely working. round the third radius, down the left side, across the back, and then over to the right side where it will curve round and enter the 2 picot points, which are nicely covered up, but as you can see, they are there, so that basically one goes into the other, and then the other one connects to the crossover and into the station area. So that is the only area that is connected at the minute. As I sort of said previously, there's a few areas that just need some track to put them into alignment, and the same is here. Basically this gap is just a little bit too long for a standard straight, and a bit too short for a short straight. So sorry, too long for a short straight, too short for a long straight. So I've left that here for now because I'm probably going to either have to cut that down, or because of the way it aligns, I'm probably just going to use a bit of Flexi-Trek to seal up that gap there, just to make it a nice coherent smooth turn in rather than this sharper turn. So I think that might be a better result, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Same as from here to here, that's going to be a nice bit of Flexi-Track. I've got to cut a little bit of track for there, cut a bit of track from here to here. So yeah, at the moment this is the only one that works, but nevertheless it does work, and it means that we can have trains running once again whilst I fix those problems in probably the next episode, because this video is probably going to be going on for quite a bit now. But anyway, let me just connect the power and we'll send the Azuma on a run. Okay, so we have power, and I believe it should be in the forwards direction. Something's just tripped that. I'm just going to figure out what it is. Okay, so not entirely sure what that was, but here we go. So I've just got it at a steady speed for now, just to make sure that everything is okay. So far so good. Yeah, no derailments as of yet. All's looking good. I'll take a look at the power a little bit. There seems to be a bit of a bump in that corner there. I'm going to have a look at that one. I noticed, but here we go, a bit more power. Obviously, I know this isn't prototypical, but it's just basically to root out any niggles within the layouts. But yeah, I think there's definitely something going on with that fish plate there, or a bit of track. So I'm going to have a look at that. But yeah, it's all working nicely through here. Upping the power now to 50%. Bit more Azuma speed. But seems to be working fine, even with the wobbly track. We had no derailments. I'll bring it to a gentle standstill, just as we would if this was the full station. So there we go. As you can see, the Azuma doesn't actually fit the entire length of the station, which is still great. I mean, like, I'm still probably going to bring it down to here, the end of the platform, probably just before the point work. So it'll probably come to here, and then, yeah, I reckon probably to here, just to loop round. That's probably going to be the end of the other platform, so that basically we can get all the trains on. Obviously with the HSTs, they're a little bit shorter than this in terms of the carriages, so a few more should be able to fit in. But yeah, in terms of this platform, we'll get quite a few on. So I think that's absolutely fine. You know, it's not going to look too daft, nor encroach the entire scenery in just being a station. So Obviously this side is going to be a bit more urbanly built up, whereas this side is going to be a bit more countrified. I've got a little bit of a plan of what I want to do, but I don't want to sort of divulge that as of yet for this area entirely, just because as everything, plans can change. So I might disclose that in a couple of videos times when maybe I start working on it. But yeah, it's gonna probably cost a bit of money as that I don't have at the moment. So that's why I'm not really going to divulge it just of yet, because I want to make sure that everything fits before I bother making that investment. Otherwise we'll just go for a different scenic route, but should add a bit of depth to the layout, which will be nice. And yeah, that'll swing around then to a nice sort of countrified sort of hillside, just to cover up that corner. Down the back straight, not really sure thought about the scenic side for the background. I'm thinking maybe just literally just some like countryside in the background that will be in the towns looking out. So that'll be sort of quite nice on this side. And then of course then yeah, you come round into the station. So this area will be not completely blocked off. I think we might enter a tunnel portal there, probably come out of the tunnel portal in line with that, but here I might have like a road bridge going across. So it's as if we're going into a tunnel and then coming out for the station, just so that this area here that will lead to the scenic part here is a little bit different, and it doesn't sort of flow straight into it. If you get my drift, we're going to have sort of a separate sort of scenic barrier here. So yeah, I think maybe a road bridge here, and then a tunnel portal there will look quite nice, just to break it up a little bit. So yeah, they'll go into a tunnel, come out the tunnel, under a bridge, into the station, and then, you know, into the countryside sort of rural scene. Yeah, I think that should look quite nice. But anyway, that is everything from me today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video in the layout update. Obviously a lot has changed in the layout. We've got extra lights, the baseboards are now painted, track is definitely well on its way to being completed, and we've got trains running once again. So it's been a good week, very, very good progress, and I'm very happy with what I've achieved. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, as well as comment down below what you'd like to see on the layout. Any rolling stock that you'd like me to review, or models that you'd like me to review, would also be appreciated. Certainly lets me know the feel for what you guys are interested in, as well as any comments for suggestions down on the layout. You know, if you think certain products might be good, you know, for like buildings or anything like that, let me know. As well as if you haven't, hit the subscribe button. It's free to subscribe, so that, you know, there's no cost or anything like that, so it's easy enough for you to do on your side, but massively helps me out in terms of getting noticed on YouTube and getting my videos out there for other model railway enthusiasts to find my channel, hopefully. As well as that helps the channel grow, helps the community grow, and we'll have a really nice community on the channel platform. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care, guys. See you later.